Hi guys, I'm Tyler, and welcome to another episode of my Christian Music Weekend Reviews. Each week I take 5 releases, albums or singles, and after having listened to them all week, I come back here and I review them. I share what I think about them. So without further ado, let's get to this week's first release. DC Talk's new live album, The Supernatural Experience. DC Talk's new album, The Supernatural Experience, is a live album, and this was recorded back from when they were still a band regularly. As for the sound of this, there's the energetic rock tracks here, and then there's the slower, more ballad type tracks, and we hear mostly electric guitar in here, but some acoustic guitar too, and then drum. Mostly it's guitar and drum, but we hear some piano in here, and even a little hint of horns on Wanna Be Loved. There's also the turntable occasionally on these tracks too, so that's kind of cool. Pretty good concert overall, it sounds like. The only thing I would say is that sometimes the songs seem to transition a little quickly, like I wouldn't be prepared for a song to be done and then it whoops right into the next track, so that can kind of throw you off a little bit. But that's the only thing I would mention here. And as for the lyrics here, talk about relying on God's strength and power, and also talks about his grace for us when we fall short. Up next, Passion's new album, Roar. New album, Roar, is definitely a worship effort. We have guitar, electric and acoustic here, drum, keyboard, piano. And as for the lyrics here, really love the lyrics to this album. Talks about God fighting for us, even in the dark and hard parts of life. Up next, Matt Maher's new album, Alive and Breathing. Alive and Breathing is a combination of the 4 Alive and Breathing EPs he put out late last year and into early this year, plus 2 new songs that weren't released on the 4 EPs. There's a few upbeat songs, and then there's a lot of slower songs on here, is how I describe the sound. And as for the lyrics, well, softer songs, I would say. Maybe. As for the lyrics, they talk about our need for a savior, admitting it, and it talks about allowing God to have his way with us. Up next, Love and the Outcomes, new EP, You Got This. New EP, You Got This, features bass, vibey guitar. Guitar, but it's kind of vibey the way it sounds, and piano as well. And as for the lyrics here, talks about that trusting that God's got us covered and that God is in control of everything, and not needing to compare ourselves so much. And up next, our final release for the week, Den's new album, Taming Tongues. Taming Tongues, has guitar and drum definitely at the forefront here. Very heavy album, I would say. Definitely has some alternative element to it, especially with the way their lead singer's voice sounds. But the screams and some of the instrumentation too gives it some metal influence too. And as for the lyrics here, he kind of seems to talk about somebody he's hurt here a little bit, and they talk about the need to listen to people, the tuning them out here, and talks about attempts to kind of make it right when someone is hurt. That's what the sound talks about here. Back next week with 5 more releases. If you like what you saw in this video, please press the subscribe button. Also, please be sure to give my business page a like on Facebook. Also, check out the playlist section for playlists I made based on books. New one coming out this Monday, based on Matt Chandler's book Take Heart, and it includes artists like Toby Mac, Skillet, Fearless Bandy, or Fearless Bander, however you say that name, and other artists. So please be sure to check that out. Well, I'll go now. Bye.